What we've all come here, what we are here to crave for. It is finally GGPR versus Mythic. We land here on Mirage as the first map. It's Mythic's map pick. Perhaps sensing weakness from GGPR here in the pistol. Looking to find something. Already, they're just playing a solo man towards the A site. Pluto alone.
Yeah, trying to go for that A split, rush on out, trying to waterfall through piles first to find that space. Pluto trying to take that first contact, and he's getting rushed.
Oh.
Mythic know they want to get that CT control. Pluto's trying to stall, will headshot through JT, but find one while he's at it. It'll be up to JoJo to hold this, only able to find one, but J-Dubs will be able to find that trade and keep his position until Beaky's able to find that double. And it leaves Lex in a 1v2, and Soniac and Beaky left on the retake. His position's known, and Lex is able to find the first, and he knows he's going for the defuse, and lands the USP shots. He just got off the bomb and just landed the USP spam as he heard the knife going out.
And
not able to find the right position.
GGPR is going to take the pistol. Okay. Nice little set play attempt there from Mythic. They tried to go in for a little play in towards CT, but JT shutting them down. GGPR take the pistol, as well as Beaky on the re-aggression. Everyone for GGPR just showing up there on the retake. And it'll put Mythic down to the force buy. They did get that bomb plan in. They can get those rifles out. No AKs dropped over. For the most part, it's just Galil's. But, and maybe some nades from GGPR to go with it. 2 players down to 15 HP to start. Holy.
Ooh, Beaky throwing that smoke a little bit deep. It will keep him safe, but he has no way to get Cross out of that position. Slex goes for some generic spam, say J-Dubs confirms the palace is clear to figure out what their next move they want to go for here. Looks like they're trying to set up for a B play, but JT is set up aggressively. Good molly to force him out, and he will decide to drop. So that is apps obtained over control, and they're quickly deciding to go back to A, able to get 3 players on this B bomb site, give themselves the best chance possible in this take. A lot of this will be relying on J-Dubs, one of the only 2 healthy players on Mythic currently, with that Galil in hand. Take that duel against Pluto as they go into the site take. Pluto's trying to anchor from default, gets cost and got a little bit lost in the chaos, and this A site's been taken with just a single pick.
One single pick. That bomb's going to go down. But Beaky rotating in from CT spawn. And Shania keeping picking off Sluggy, bringing it back down to the 4-on-4. Low HP for, it seems, everybody. Everyone's taking damage except for Lex. He's looking to fight out from the Tetris side as they try to walk into the site. Some delay. GGPR need to get a move on, though. That bomb is beginning to tick, and Flom and the rest of Mythic are going to be opening up onto these retaking players. Nice shooting there from Flom on the Galil. That's 3 kills on the post plant and a force buy victory for Mythic.
Yep, on top of that as well, that's 3 of the weapons conserved, so it'll help try to keep that economy as they continue to build it with that second round conversion. GGPR are going to try to do the force to contest. This will make things far more fragile if they fall apart here. And JT having to go for a flashbang and Zeus, not able to pick up one of those deagles, it looks like.
Prioritize.
They still have his Soniac with that scout at least. Yeah, interesting move, but considering mostly rifles on all these players, worst case Galil's, still will easily find those headshots. J-Dub's able to find that clean double and start to piece things together and make GGPR's defense thinned out.
It's going to be a 3-on-5 here, and GGPR don't really have much a shot in this round unless someone wants to pull something huge. As long as Mythic move as a unit, don't get whittled away. Should be a simple round conversion. They're looking to just split up their con and put this one to rest. If you're GGPR, you could just consider the save. In all honesty, unless Lowrider, nope, not going to have a chance there. Flom has been on fire with the rifles in these first 2 rounds. It's funny to say that, typically wielding the op for the Mythic side. Good to see, though. All the same.
We'll likely see the opportunity to be able to pull it out.
Yeah.
Just a little bit too early in the match.
Oh, yeah. It's just nice to see Flom rocking it with the rifles. He's not completely incapable. Here's JT, though. Zeus. Oh, is he going to Zeus JoJo? Oh, no, the Zeus just outside the range. Oh, poor JT. No good there.
Yeah, good move by JoJo, making sure to stay as far away from that corner as possible. If he was just an inch more forward, Taser would certainly have taken him down. Just fortunate to keep his life, but Insomniac's trying to keep the scout. Now his position's known, certainly going to start hunting him. But actually willing to just keep the one player short, just holding for a repeak. And actually the Pals push just at the end, not able to get it out on the B apps.
Yeah, not quite enough there. Mythic do get their second, and they convert. GGPR's force buy is done away with. Now, for the fact it's going to be the full eco, and Mythic are going to get off to the right start here on Mirage. Or I don't ever want to build up a storyline and say, oh, this is a guaranteed round, because something crazy can always happen. Or it's on mid. Sluggy's taking some early damage. JoJo's out the round. And hold on just a moment. Lowrider's brought it back with the P2K of all weapons. Here's Vlam, though. On the rifles, Lowrider has just found 3 kills with a P2000 and nothing else. Pluto even continuing to deal damage. This round has become dangerous until Lowrider gives himself up. At least JT for a clutch.
Looks like Lowrider wanting to get some vengeance. Being able to watch him yesterday against Triumph, he had rather a hard time when he was able to fill in on that second map. Only able to get a few frags throughout the rest of it. But first time he's able to tune in here, and it's with a massive 3K to almost steal away this round from Mythic. Should be in a safe enough situation. JT's likely to save, I would imagine, with that AK. But could go for it if he's interested. Looks like he wants to go for this. Does have low HP on these players. Good peek clear, trying to go up the stairs, and should be able to see that head on J-Dubs if he gives the opportunity away. But he's not ready for it, gets tagged down to 44 already. And now with both players shooting at him, he tries to get away, but J-Dubs will deny it, making sure to swing out and stop him from taking away that AK. They're not actually able to get it back, though.
Yeah, they won't be able to recover the AK. Not necessarily a huge deal, all things considered, when you have so much money if you're Mythic already. GGPR, they're going to be able to get the AWP out. Lowrider, being the hero here, he spent 5250. He's not going to be having any armor. He's going to be an armorless MP9 in this round to give Insomniac an AWP. Could catch Mythic off guard in this round, specifically. That's a possibility.
Yeah, the AXU's going to be coming in here. It's going to be all up to Pluto to get that initial pick. Going for an interesting smoke to just try to give himself space around this dark position. Seems to be working out so far as he finds the first on to J-Dubs. Line fire doesn't work out, though. Lex able to catch him down with Sluggy, taking down Pluto and leaving it to a 4-on-4. But there's this lovely gap that they try to get into CT. So they have to give that up at least. And Vlam's caught up with his knife out, and they line up. JT with the double, and Lex gets surrounded, swinging out wide. JoJo's just desperately trying to do what he can, able to separate the duels, making it a 1v2. Still a chance on this, swinging out wide, and not able to win the duel. JT to be the clutch with the round with the 3K. Able to peek and catch Mythic, unprepared for the CT swing.
Yeah, JT getting a little bit of luck on his side for that round in particular. Catches Flom as well as Sluggy, who tried to peek out to save his teammate, but instead he gets domed by simply accident. And GGPR, they pick up the rifle round in a mostly clean fashion, which is super important for the CT side. They're able to get double ops as a result. JT's going to be wielding his towards middle. A couple of pot shots, and Shaniak trying to go for a fast boost up towards the apartments. That doesn't quite hit the mark. And oh, Lex, his bullets sure do. Takes down Beaky to start this one off. Now a 4-on-5. Head spotted. Lex somehow still in the round, though. And Mythic will walk away with the 4v5.
And this is a bit of a problem. There was that opportunity just for half a second to be able to get that pick to even things up. But Lex being able to go that deep into the apartments and get away with that frag is going to start causing some trouble. Especially with J-Dubs getting all this info. Already calling for his team to go A. Able to get this connector control. Pluto's just slightly wide on the CT angle. Should be able to catch J-Dubs early. Able to land that flick back to recover. But has multiple players his way. And JT will only be able to find one. Sluggy being the one to take this round under control. Getting that... obtaining the CT control. Trying not to repeat words. And decided to break my brain for a second. But it looks like Sluggy will have his brain taken out of the round by Lowrider, and Soniac with an insane flick. And Flum's left retaking from jungle,
on
and
the
I
flank,
think the
though.
jump's been heard.
No, I'm not sure about that. Yeah, maybe it has. No, yes, it has. Okay, you're right about that. And Shoniak has just posted on it, and it's not quite planted wide enough for Flom to get his eyes on it. And so that's going to go ahead and be a third for GGPR. Money beginning to run low for the Mythic camp. The consideration's even up there for a buy, and they will take time to consider that. Lex does have enough money for a decent purchase. Rest of Mythic, though, they have to discuss, and they'll take their time as well. Maybe they can use these past couple of rounds as sort of information, see how to restructure the T side, see what the initial game plan is to start.
Yeah, just have a half buy so you have enough to be able to defend yourself and try to play around this information rather than just get tagged up and shredded with Glocks everywhere. Just try to make it threatening enough that GGPR are giving you information to be able to react to and take into the future to play around with. And maybe even a chance to get a round win out of it and steal it away. Flom with the P250. See if he's able to do the same as Lowrider was earlier. They already have the 3-3 start, so GGPR just barely getting this lead for a second shouldn't be that big of a deal. That beautiful flick will, though. Able to take JoJo and that scout out early.
That's unfair. JoJo scout already on the ground. I'm not even sure if they're going to attempt to recover it. Now it'll go into the hands of Sluggy. GGPR can just play this one out. So methodically, just use their utility, keep Mythic at bay, and then when it comes time for a side execute, Mythic don't really have any flashbangs to take any sort of angles. It's going to have to be insane shots to break open the site, or a huge blunder from GGPR.
Yeah, importantly as well, is Sasaniac switching to the P250 here to give himself the best chance possible. Switching to that op, though, needs a quick switch back, and with the help of Lowrider just spamming through once that contact's made, able to make sure this round secured. Lex left the last alive, just walking towards with Palace. Does see the leg of Insomniac, but also gave away his own arm to Pluto, which will be able to take him out of the round. Yeah, I have to worry about now what Mythic want to do with their buy here, how they want to try to adjust. See, even if they have the cash, deciding to buy heavily enough last round that they're just not going to be able to grab that AWP in this round. Just going straight for the rifles. And still we see JT actually with that MP9, trying to conserve every single dollar.
Could use it. I mean, he's playing towards the apartment, so completely reasonable to play it here. But Pluto, underneath Palace, is about to be tested by the entirety of the Mythic squad. J-Dubs and Sluggy. Contact out here. Pluto might be in for a world of hurt. He overpeaked with nade in hand. Is down a Lowrider, but he gets only one. Now JoJo can even get up close towards stairs, make himself a nuisance here. But Beaky's able to drop the bomb plater and some, but Lex will trade. 2-on-3 here. The retake is about to be assembled from Shoniak now, only as Sluggy just took down JT. And Shoniak may be more likely to save than not.
Yeah, a nice gap for him to work with, but still have to wait for it to fade away. And on top of it, the only small nitpicky concern would be the amount of utility invested by Mythic. Been able to lose a couple thousand from players going down while going for a contact play. It's a good strategy to go for, but might want to question a little bit of the investment sometimes. They are giving Insomniac the space to go into the site, but this means that when he tries to go for this clutch, will be denied.
He's going for the ninja? Are you serious?
He's going for it. He's able to get...
Man.
He almost had the timing on the flashbang too. No one on Mythic prepared, but were able to turn around and quickly get that spray at the last moment. I love the attempt being made. Even seeing a player running away from ramp, and he still goes for it, rather than trying to save that AWP from triple.
I thought he might have like disconnected towards triple or something along those lines. That is mad to even consider going for that. He knows we're watching. He wants to make content for us, but content not delivered. Maybe some more here from Shoniak. He still has an op in hand. He hears the players running up towards Cat. Lowrider in connector mows down one and almost takes down a second. Jojo limps into the bomb site, limps into JT and Beaky's domain. Beaky on top of the van. Makes life easy, but okay. That's a shot from Lex through the smoke. Swings the AK around, and J-Dub's even able to take down JT, but is it all for naught? Lex swinging in will at least take down Shaniak. Leaves them up for the 1v2, but the bomb is not in his possession. He has to make a long trek to try and get it. And in the meantime, Lowrider circling the site like a shark.
Yeah, if he can catch Lowrider and expects him to go aggressive towards this bench position, could change everything. But he's not ready and just gets sprayed from behind. Lowrider doing so much damage, almost taking 3 down in that round. Benefit of the M4A1 with the blind fire spray through short, still going to be rather accurate. So most of those shots are going to land in that area and be able to find players that you might not necessarily even be targeting necessarily.
Myth is going to be rocking in this one with a couple Deags. Now, they do have Deagle players, mind you. Sluggy and J-Dubs are Deagle heroes, I must mention. Sluggy, I think a lot of Flom's fans know Sluggy is a deathmatch machine. When he's not doing real-life things, he's in a deathmatch server. So let's see if they can get something rolling here. This could still prove a very lethal round for Mythic. See if it will realize itself.
Yeah, good for GGPR, the fact they're playing passive here, a bit aware of these Deagles. Not trying to give too much space, but trying to at least keep themselves at a reasonable distance. Deagles can be so deadly at that close quarters range, able to shotgun down players. Lex fortunate enough the nade won't pass through that doorway. But looks like he will go for the aggression. JT able to win it out. And Pluto just holding top. And with this 3-man setup around the backside of A, Soniac will easily swing down and take out Flom. And now there's just 2 of these weak weapons left in this situation. Not much for them to do at this point.
Yeah. J-Dubs at least gets 1. He domes the Opper from A main to Ticket, but will get traded. It doesn't mean all that much. The Op will easily be retrieved. He's Sluggy in the 1v4. Let's see if he can provide some magic for us. I hyped him up a little bit. It'd be a shame for that to go to waste, but instead, it actually will. Beaky's going to swing out, clean up the round. It's going to make it 6 for GGPR. They got a little bit of early momentum for the Mythic side, but it seems to have petered out. See if they can regain it with this gun round up on the docket.
Yeah, one important thing to note is they're at least getting 1 or 2 of these picks, so they're trying to keep the economy at least in somewhat of a fragile state. So once Mythic can get these rounds collected together, it should allow them to keep the entire half as a whole competitive. They've at least been finding some frags to keep things closer than GGPR certainly would like. You have Soniac with the fantastic movement, able to go for that early cat play.
Ooh, at the same time, Mythic putting pressure towards the B apartments, though. Oh, and Shaniak, his barrel could be... Oh, whoa. Thinking that this underpass player can come up from the bench. Never mind, the flashbang is nigh on perfect, and then Shaniak's going to get hunted down by Jojo. Now he's going to jump up in the window. He has the entire map split in 2. Jojo has the world in his hands right now, and Beaky has no idea. Jojo is wrapping the B site from Market, crawling through. Will he get
that
spotted?
Smoke had to have gone at just the right moment. There was a chance for Jojo to be seen and called on this lurk, but they genuinely don't know.
Takes down JT. See the dinking kind, and some extra damage on the Lowrider. 3 on 5. Sluggy on the lurk, looking to lock things in here for Mythic, and indeed he has. 1 on 5 for Pluto. Best off to save. And a 5th for Mythic off the back of Jojo and Sluggy.
Yep, trying to play around that double op this time around, but both the ops unable to find any connections the whole way through. Now Pluto will at least be able to find one with that M4. Certainly the hunt will start to intensify. And it's full HP players like J-Dubs interested in pushing T-spawn. That drop might give away more info if he heard it. J-Dubs now starting to walk towards the ramp position. Aware of the information given. So it looks like he'll be rather safe this time around, able to get away with it. And at least have that 1 M4 save, which should be enough for them to garner a decent buy. And Sluggy's able to slide in just the right moment.
Sluggy takes him down. Money nigh on broken there for GGPR. It's almost down to nothing. They might consider the force buy because looking like double eco territory for Lowrider. They're going to call a timeout to decide what they want to do with this round. This round definitely has ramifications for the entire half. If GGPR want to forfeit this one, Mythic will be evens and maybe a little bit more. They'll have the round count running in their favor. The finances will be good. So GGPR, they're not going to give it for free. They're going to force buy.
Yeah, the main thing to note, I think, is the fact that Lowrider is just going to be playing with the P250 again. Had great impact with it last time, though certainly not something you would expect to rely upon. And now this AWP's out on Flom once again, and there's no competition, just these rifles, and it might be a little bit of a situation of free picks and able to get these opening on the bomb sites a lot easier, depending on how Flom wants to utilize this, going for these takes.
Like the GGPR, they have little utility, so very likely to go for an aggressive play, and here it is, materialized right in front of your eyes. Double underpass push, and it's actually going to reveal everything, that it's not going to be a B site play, and everyone is heading towards this A site. The question is, can GGPR rotate in time? Can Pluto delay here in A main? He can drop the bomb feasibly on Lex. Lex is alone and untradeable here, and Pluto forward, and he's gonna drop the bomb as well. Lex has just coughed it up and fumbled the bag for Mythic. Now a 3 versus 5, and Shawniak being a nuisance here from jungle, but this could be all said and done. All GGPR need to do is sit on the bomb.
Yep, and so many players stacked up together. Pluto at that higher position is going to be near impossible to deal with. They're going to try to do what they can. JoJo's able to find one, and Flom with a quick response, but not ready for a third. JT to be chilling around and just gets shot in the side. That'll be an AWP recovered, as well as the 7th round for GGPR. Able to build up that economy and keep things together. Force rewarded out for them. Mythic should still be able to get the buyout.
Sorry, I just have to mention, that's a big mistake there from Lex. He's alone with the bomb, trying to make contact, trying to draw attention, but he's the bait. But GGPR
aware
take
of the possibility of 2 there, but the fact he still went for that engagement when it's easy for them to trade, it's a little bit questionable. Soniac's able to find that easy first pick on Sluggy, but looks like the totem pole will be able to keep JoJo alive as J-Dubs saves him from below.
Nade comes in and
until
finishes him off.
Beaky gets the response. Yep. Now J-Dub's trying to look for one of these opportunity timings and gets caught trying to jump across. Zaniac very patient, not giving the opportunity and forcing the cross. Now Lex with the Galil to take this engagement. Going to be very difficult. Takes the tag. He just wants to try to grab the AWP to contest and won't be able to get through the smoke in time, as Beaky makes sure he isn't able to get away with it.
Gonna be a full eco here for Mythic.
Yeah.
Not much to really talk about here in the grand scheme of things.
And going to be looking for 9-6 best case.
Full eco and 1 smoke to do it with. 2, actually. Make that, as Sluggy will get 1 for himself. Where they go doesn't really matter. We'll have to see. Some damage, hopefully, on the back end, but in all reality, they're saving for the final round of the half. At least Flom does take down Lowrider, and hold on. Flom's got his hand on an AK, but only for a moment, as in Shawniak is going to rip Mythic out of the round. It leaves Lex. Perhaps do something. Take a rifle, perhaps. But not even that's going to happen. And Shawniak gets a nice little anti-eco 4K. Put some flair to that towards the end of it. And now we go into the final round of the half.
Yep, able to have JT helping as well with that second op and window. Just giving too much presence. They just had to try to bait the shot top mid, not able to work together. Just kind of, like, just keep them consistently locked down and allow Insomniac to find those 1v1 duels with that AWP. And as deadly as he was with the pistols, he's able to keep his life. And it looks like Sluggy's interested in going aggressive here, going off with flashbang, but Insomniac will happily take a double as they give it to him. And he's happy to provide and try to find some more. They're willing to give it away. So Lex is able to find one, immediately gets traded, and Flom's getting mollied out. Info as J-Dubs just gets taken down from JT with that second op. If they can't find a way to deal with it.
What? And okay.
And we'll have to go to a break as these double ops just shut us down to the next half.
And welcome back to the DreamHack Open. 46 closed qualifiers, half number 1. Just wrapped up a 10-5 for GGPR. It started off well for Mythic, but it quickly turned against them here for GGPR. Now on the C side, a B rush to kick this one off. Let's get this one started. Sluggy already up on the board, 2 at range. It gets domed by Beaky, who's that's a P250 bought up for himself, and we're going into a 3-on-3. May get 2 post plant.
Yeah, man advantage for Mythic at the moment, but they still have Beaky alive, which is a bit of a problem, especially with all the space Lowriders finding with the Glock. Finally taken out, but 1v2 for Beaky. His position's known, but that P250 can be an absolute devastating force. Able to find every single little bit of space. It will make it the 1v1. Running out of bullets, getting spammed down by Flom. Did his best, trying to, like, use the flick to try to get comfortably land that headshot. Doesn't work out though, and Mythic are able to take away that pistol.
Yeah, Mythic able to retake there. Beaky tried his best with the P250. He got the double entry and almost closed down the round. But off those 3 kills, he's actually able to buy himself up an AK and armor in this round. Started this round up with 4 grand. Jojo picking up the P90. Now, this is the JoJo weapon, if anyone's new to this player. He loves doing a moderate amount of trolling. Let's see what he has to do in this round. He's up towards Catwalk with it. He wants to fight long range and middle. This guy is insane. In any case, GGPR, they have their mid control here. Well, I'm trying to play on the edge of this smoke. Maybe JoJo up in the ladder room looking to strike on these unsuspecting players in middle.
It's not the best weapon for the job necessarily, but considering how there's always a lot more movement going on with these rifle sprays nowadays, the value of being able to fully commit to the running with the P90 is actually sort of a benefit, I think, that might be slept on a little.
Trevor, he's using this... I understand you're trying to justify a P90 purchase, but he's using this for psychological warfare. I know the guy.
I am 100% confident that that's why he's using it, but I'm just saying it is actually... I think people actually underrate it a little bit. It is definitely a meme weapon first and foremost, but it does have more potential than people give it credit for. Certainly enough to be about equal to the FAMAS, I'd say.
You could meme on the FAMAS here. CT spawn, but Lex ain't choking. He'll take the first on a JT and looking to kick off this retake here for Mythic. It's still a 4-on-5. GGPR still positioning. Beaky from the top of the stairs. We got one, but the P90 not panning out for JoJo, and P-side is finding all the frags in the kill feed. At least Flom, a 1 versus 3. Low HP, and hold on, the bomb isn't planted for these guys. The bomb isn't planted. It's gonna bait them forward. Last man on 4 HP. Beaky's might be drawn out of position, though. He has to try and stop the defuse. Flom swings out. Does he have time? Does he have time? And the answer is yes. Flom just pulls off the 1v3 in the post plant to bring Mythic to a 7th.
Yeah, I can definitely see the P90 is certainly more of a BM move because the spray certainly didn't connect with it. Very important that you're able to keep those bullets on target and just get that body spray down. Just able to flick and land that headshot. Just barely with 4 HP, but just enough to deny that P90 from finding any work so far. Though that won't stop it from being picked up once again.
He's trying to anti-eco farm now. And Flom with the recovered AUG. Smoke bug. Woohoo. In any case, though, you're not missing much. Unless, well, if you're a Mythic fan, you'd love this round. Quick wipe of GGPR. They all try to go towards top middle, and they meet JoJo's P90. And that'll be a quick 3-0 start here for Mythic on that CT side.
Yeah, if he uses it more focused on that B anchor, I actually wouldn't complain seeing more of it. I really think it can work out. It's certainly... If you can get an AUG or an AK or anything, you certainly want to take that over, but... Or even an A4, certainly with faster fire rate, but I can understand somewhat of a usage case for it, but not for this absurdity.
Oh, this is... No, I think this is perfect territory for it. He got
as long as he doesn't peek the stairs.
He's got 50 bullets of pain to lay down range. Is he gonna bring it?
Yeah, but you want to get that close to slightly mid-range. You don't want to go for that long stairs angle on it. He goes against this AK, he will get absolutely torn apart. Be very patient. But if he finds that lurk from behind, he can absolutely run over them. Just needs to be very patient about this.
Shawniak.
Yeah,
Oh, Sluggy's about to get mollied
connect.
out. Trying to back up and somehow survived. And oh, this has drawn attention. JoJo making the play, resurfacing, takes Beaky out of the round. And Shawniak trying to trade back, but he has a P90. He doesn't even have to reload. But on the other hand, Lowrider's just double entry the A site, and that bomb is going way the other way. Even if Shawniak goes down, it might not matter. Maybe it will. It's going to be a 2-on-3 here. Lowrider presenting his back to Flom. And GGPR for a moment had a wide open window in this round. Down to JT, a messy spray. But it could be the start of a clutch.
See, JoJo making sure to upgrade that AK when available, making sure not to meme too hard, and we'll use it to close out the round. With it able to get that defuse, looks like they're trying to find an AWP. I mean, we'll take a while for it. JoJo having to run across the world to just pick it up from window. But we'll be able to take it away and get that proper defuse. At least 2 alive, so it won't be too bad of a situation. Though Lowrider almost stealing the round away. An amazing double opening there on that A-bomb site.
Yeah, for GGPR, though, they got whittled away. Lowrider getting way too aggressive in CT spawn, not expecting a rotate to be in there for some odd reason. I'm not necessarily sure why Lowrider just presented his back to Flom. The 2-on-3. It was going to be a 3-on-3. For that matter,
Yeah.
there's a player towards top mid who also got picked in that round. GGPR, that should have been their round, but Mythic get their 4-0 start. Still GGPR in with a bye.
Yep, and we see JoJo now using the AWP instead. Be able to use that to have a little bit more flexibility around the map as a whole. And everyone on GGPR, they're just leaning towards this A execute here. Lex trying to take that initial contact. They have Flom with this AWP as well. They're able to hold this off. Be a little bit of a nightmare situation. GGPR did great on their A site holds when they initially went off. Lex is getting spammed, but able to keep his life, and JoJo's able to save him from Lowrider and Palace. And Lex is just holding here, just waiting to move forward, and sees the gap in the shadow. Denies that bomb plant. Now the bomb's left in the open. Won't stop Beaky from just taking down J-Dubs with a perfect shot to the head. And they just decide to run out of the bomb site. But looks like JoJo's way ahead of them in their planned move. Or they just decide to split up, actually, and go for a risky play.
Okay.
Try to set up full rotations.
So, Shawniak is going to go down towards underpass, try and sell a B play, and it might work. Look at your mini-map. Oh, the timing is impeccable here. One flashbang could have just sold it.
Yeah, but with no sight line, Flom's going back to get info on A, and with him being picked off...
Flom's gone down, though. Flom has gone down. Flom went for the re-aggression in CT, and Beaky takes him out. Now 1v2 against
that
leg.
Sluggy's able to finish it off. That was an important shot from JoJo to find.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Quick finish there. Tie game now for Mythic. These rounds get so close, though, Trev. It gets so close. GGPR just cannot finish it, it feels. There's a nice attempt there, but unfortunately, with Beaky getting legged, the clutch becomes so much more difficult.
They were able to keep it closer this time around, but despite that, overall, Mythic have been able to keep together with full buys, even with this WP setup, able to keep it in play, and that's going to be a bit of an issue. They need to consistently get the damage they did in the last round, just to give themselves those chances. Mythic are starting to build this comeback on the CT side, and it's starting to look even more likely as Lowrider's taken out early into this round.
Leaves only the mid players here for GGPR to pick up the pieces. JoJo also has that op to peer down with. GGPR need to be careful where they step. They could just walk into a sight line, walk into a crossfire, and the round could effectively be over. They're already playing from behind. Need to get things started here. JoJo doesn't quite actually get smoked out. He's actually going to flash himself in, try and get himself on a line, perhaps. Oh, and the timing might not benefit J-Dubs. GGPR knocking on the door of the A site. But if you look at the mini-map, you know that's not actually the case. The bomb's going back towards the B apartments, and GGPR want a cat split.
A good setup, but JoJo's only able to find one. Too close on that engagement. It's going to be up to Sluggy to close this down, but considering there's only 2 players left with that pick from J-Dubs, denying Insomniac with the lurk, and Sluggy already finding the first, should be easy for him to close with all this noise info being given away, but JT is able to find the pick despite that, and Flom's already going aggressive to try to deny that bomb plant, and finds it with the P250.
That's rude from Flom. Attempt there made by GGPR in the middle position. Attempted the cat split, but losing the opener, you kind of get whittled down. The size, Sluggy even able to stall out for a great enough time. And Mythic were able to rotate in. And that'll make 6 in a row to kick off the CT side. It's been pretty fluid here from Mythic. They've just been comfortable. I don't really feel like... Well, GGPR have had chances to win rounds. It's Mythic who have felt like in the driver's seat for the grand majority of this. Looking with the pistols here to sow some chaos. Back towards the A site, it seems, as everyone for GGPR groups up.
Yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what the next plan is. They just want to go for more of these A executes, but Mythic have had a fair good control across the entire map as a whole, and on top of it, still conserving that double AWP. And Lex is already prepared, taking 2 of these players down. Flom to help out with J-Dubs, and JT stuck behind the smoke even. Fortunate enough not to get sprayed in the head by J-Dubs, at least for the moment. But that will come to pass as the smoke fades away. As well does the next round for GGPR. Mythic are able to get 2 in the lead now.
7 in a row. Right now for Mythic at the start of this half, which is something unreal. Finally, an op brought out for Insomniac to maybe duel out in the middle position. Try and run a default, but I want to see a quick set play here from GGPR. Right now, they're sort of falling into a bit of a pattern. Just run a slow mid default. And they're going to go ahead and do this one again. Flom playing in front of the smoke. Trying to pick them off on the way in. Looking to reaggress, and he'll take the first on a Pluto. More, perhaps the double ops raining through, and it's only ops for Mythic in this round. Already a 2-on-5. Lowrider hits the deck, and the round's done within the span of 30 seconds.
Yeah. Looks like Mythic had a little bit of trouble with that double op setup, dealing with it from GGPR on the end of the first half, but this time now with their ops brought out, they seem to be doing an even stronger job than them and just able to keep up this dominance in a way GGPR seem to have no response to currently, unable to find picks, let alone rounds.
Ziki, he is a one-tap warrior, but can't clutch this one up, and I don't blame him. Mythic, 8 rounds in a row. I'm going to keep counting here for every round they get. GGPR have yet to win a T-side round. They're going to go in for another half by. I want to see something with a bit more pace here. Enough of the mid defaults, GGPR. Something that will shake it up.
Yeah, just try to do a little bit more contact. Just default that mid control. Try to slow the pace down a little bit. Change your move to try to adjust effectively, but looks like they want to go fast up Cat instead. Try to catch JoJo out of position. Won't work out though. He's able to find first and just starts being able to shoot out the ducks here. Finally be taken down by Lowrider, but Sluggy's already aware of him at this position, able to take him out. Nice and easy, and Mythic are quickly at 14, and no timeouts yet for GGPR.
Yeah, which is also a surprising factor. Okay, 9 rounds in a row, ladies and gentlemen. If you guys didn't make it through elementary school, well, I'm teaching you how to count right here. We could reach 10. That's the possibility. The momentum is running rampant here for Mythic here in the second half of Mirage. It was looking interesting. GGPR were able to put up a 10-5 half, and we're thinking, well, this is a must-win here for Mythic. Well, they agree. Looking to take this one all the way through. Beaky trying to advance too short, but they can't best the op of JoJo, who gets a second kill for himself. One after the other. Already, this round is cooked again. GGPR, they try to change up the pace, but the ops are just getting the better of them time and time again. And Insomniac just the next to fall. JT, another 1v5 for another GGPR player. It's dreadful here. About to be 10 rounds. Mythic. Sluggy seals it.
Yeah, with that being sealed, that's 15. It's going to be map point for Mirage, which is kind of one of the bigger question marks we had. So seeing how confident Mythic are sealing it up on the CT side, starting to make me more worried about how GGPR are going to perform on Dust 2 with how strong the ops have been in Mythic. Far stronger than we were initially expecting.
Jojo waking up, having a good game is definitely not something GGPR ordered here.
Yeah, Flom
about it in the
just as
pregame.
strong, hand in hand.
Oh. And Sluggy even wall banging out in Shawniak.
Oh.
That is just foul.
And nade onto Pluto as well, because why not?
GGPR can't even catch a break. They try to boost up as well, and Lowrider receives a bullet through the wall to the head. And Sluggy even on the... Oh, this is just ruinous here for GGPR. It's looking like they never even had a chance. If we add more, if there were 30 or 16 CT side rounds, this could just be a 16-0 with how Mythic are playing. I don't know how many flawless rounds there have been so far, but, well, this isn't going to be one of them. JT and Beaky still have something to say in round number 26.
Yeah, but there's someone able to turn things around and give that second chance. It certainly would be Beaky. Still the healthier player of the two of them. Have a chance to work with, but Sluggy has far too much info. Certainly heard them running. Knows they're going to be heading towards A. Flom already on the rotate with that AWP. As they go for this run, hoping that they're not hurt. It just gives more time for this lurk from behind to make them have even less space. And Lex is walking up into Palace just now.
This is
It's going to be perfect. He's able to find that double.